We want to discuss a controversial subject matter. However, this topic has become a common problem to all of us in the United States. This issue needs to be discussed because there are 24 million felons currently living in the United States, and those numbers are growing. With the prolific revolving door and new individuals touched by the justice system, it's clear that the present punishment model isn't resolving the underlying causes of crime. This platform will offer a safe place for open dialogue and unequivocal revealing thoughts regarding crime, punishment, and prisons in the United States.
Hi, my name is Lyle Wilds, and I introduced myself by saying I spent 20 years of my life growing up, 20 years of my life messed up, 20 years of my life locked up, and this vlog is the way I intend to speak up. Everyone's first 20 years growing up is creating their personal worldview, caught from their parents, peers, neighborhoods, churches, schools, media, and music. I lived on a small rural farm where piety, frugality, hard work, reliability, and rising at dawn were the common habits and values of our family. I was given a scholarship to the University of Platteville for my wrestling abilities. After being on campus for a few weeks, I lost my interest in wrestling and worked my way through college delivering and working on appliances. I acquired degrees in philosophy and sociology, intending to teach sociology at the high school level. I got married. I planned to teach in the same district as my wife. I didn't know anything about prison, nor did I or anyone else ever see me going to prison. Following a horrific accident that happened January 16, 1972, I spent the next 20 years of my life messed up. The impact shattered the front of my skull, and the force shifted my skull 1/8 of an inch. I was released from the hospital shortly after my accident because my agility was not impaired, only my brain was hurting and being transformed under the physical trauma. Within days of my release from the hospital, my mother acknowledged her displeasure with my new thinking. I immediately signed papers for a divorce after only being married a few months prior to the accident. Mom said, "What is wrong with you, Lyle? You're not the same son your dad and I raised. If you don't shape up, we're going to disown you." Now that triggered my brain, sending me to Madison, where I was going to have a vasectomy so my parents would never have any grandkids by me. I connected up with other men and women who mirrored my thinking and behavior, and the race was on. I did what I wanted, when I wanted, as much as I wanted, without caring about who was hurt. During this time, I had a rough copy for the manufacturing of synthetic cocaine. I had no success until I met a high school teacher who changed my chemistry ability. We were excited when we were capable of duplicating much of Richard Billstatter's synthetic cocaine molecule. Being able to forcefully have my way with my partner, she finally resisted and exposed my criminal enterprise. I was first arrested by the state of Wisconsin, convicted, and I slipped by with only a 4-year sentence, spending most of my time in maximum security at the Waupun prison. I stayed high, worked in the bakery where I could make hooch, and typed up legal briefs when I was off work. I spent 2 years continuing my lifestyle, even in prison. My thinking didn't change, and my criminal network was operating, so I resumed my criminal behavior upon my release. As is the case with most felons, I was rearrested by the feds within 18 months following my release, and this time I was given a serious sentence of 22 years by the infamous Judge John Shabazz out of the Madison Federal District Court. My federal incarceration began when the federal marshals handcuffed me and escorted me back into the Madison County Jail again. Within a few days, I was moved to the Chicago MCC facility downtown. Roughly a month later, I was moved to the maximum security prison at the Terre Haute facility in Indiana. And after a few months, and finally moved to the medium security prison at Milan, Michigan facility, where I resided for the next 8 years. While there, I was able to get one of the best jobs on the compound. I worked for Father Dinger, who was the religious service supervisor. Because I didn't have any religious preferences, he started me out keeping the floor polished. Over the next few days, the floor started to lose its polish, and he moved me into the chapel clerk's position. This gave me a lot of time to study the different religions. There was actually 21 different religions offered at the Milan facility. It also gave me time to read 50 pages a day and develop a positive attitude class the psychology department asked me to develop. During my 20 years of incarceration, I got to know the prison culture, secrets of the underground economy, many of the backstories of the prisoners, their crimes, the years of punishment, and the additional problems as a result of using the punishment model. I am the first to acknowledge the presence of a small pocket of prison staff that earnestly wants to help inmates thrive. But the power of the prison culture made it difficult for those carrying prison staff to remain working there. It was estimated by a prison staff that half of those who were hired by the BOP dropped out the first year of their employment. I'm coming from the awareness that if the prison culture was clearly understood, it would frighten and anger America's taxpayers. Prison's punishment daily culture is one of the best kept secrets of abuse and support by those who enjoy the power, privileges, and benefits of the prison secrecy.